By the way, we had a fun interaction with some Amish people on the airplane the other day.
Sweet people.
Super nice
Such nice people.
And they were so impressed. They're like, "These are your kids?" And we were like, "Yeah." Because Amish are known to have bigger families. And they're like, "Wow." And he saw us all interacting and everything. He's like, just so few people put priority on family nowadays. And I was just like, why not?
It was really nice to meet them. Hello, everyone. We are Greg and Jacquie Francis, and welcome to High Performance Parenting, where our passionate goal is to encourage you to raise champion children in a crazy world. Every week, we will bring you multiple episodes from our extensive experience of raising our six happy, healthy, successful, godly kids who are confidently equipped to win big in life.
We deeply believe that any parent who is provided with the right knowledge and continual support can raise amazing kids. And when they do, all of our futures get better. If raising up future generations of absolute champions matters to you as much as it does to us, here's how you can contribute. Like and share this podcast with everyone you know. And together, let's embrace this journey of raising champion kids in a crazy world.
Morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's beautiful out today.
I know we're in studio a little earlier than normal, so we're kind of having the sun behind me.
It is so pretty, though.
It is. It's been a gorgeous season for sure.
I know. I love it here.
So today I thought for our audience, it would be pretty cool to talk about some questions that have recently come up for us. We're invited to go speak on a panel in Seattle at a church where it's basically a part of the church that they promote going out into the other spheres of influence and being world changers and kingdom builders in those spheres. And our sphere is strategic family success in a crazy world. And so I got some...
It feels like it's getting crazier every day. So I don't know. It just
yeah. And it is. And that's why we need strategy more than ever.
Yeah, I know. It just...
Yeah, gotta laugh or almost cry
Right,
sometimes.
I don't even know. Yeah.
So, all right, here's the questions that have been presented to us that we're going to cover. But I thought we'd share so our audience can hear these too. So they're good questions. And so here's question number one. Tell us about your biggest win in your sphere, the moment where everything clicked and you knew you were exactly where God called you to be. What did that victory look like, and what specifically did it take to get there?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
That's a wordy one too.
Yeah. That's going to take an hour and a half.
All right, you're up.
When did we know it was
I don't want to go first because then you copy my answers a lot of times.
Okay. We've been dealing with this for 20-some years now. I don't copy your answers. Okay, so when did we realize family strategic planning was kind of our sphere? Let's start with that question, I guess. We didn't at first. I mean, we've been parenting now for over 17 years. And in fact, both of us didn't know we wanted to be parents when we first started dating and then newly married. And then we started getting excited about it once we got around other people that had successful family units. We never thought that we would actually have like 6 children.
That sounds crazy to even
0 to 6.
Just say out loud. Did you know we have 6 kids?
Yes, honey.
It's pretty crazy.
I know. And so I think we recognized it.
By the way, we had a fun interaction with some Amish people on the airplane the other day.
Sweet people.
Super nice people.
Such nice people.
And they were so impressed. They're like, "These are your kids?" And we were like, "Yeah." Because Amish are known to have bigger families. And they're like, "Wow." And he saw us all interacting and everything. He's like, just so few people put priority on family nowadays. And I was just like, right on. You know?
It was really nice to meet them.
It was.
Squirrel. Like, what? I'm in the middle of...
Go ahead.
I don't even know where...
You inspire my thoughts. That's how you have to interpret this.
So you copy my
No,
stuff,
you copy my stuff.
And then I inspire...
But you inspire my creative
I inspire
thoughts.
you to copy me. Got it.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know what I was saying. So we didn't think that we would have children. Fast forward, I think the kids were probably around... it was like they were 5 or 6 at the time. Our oldest were 5 or 6 years old, I would say. Up until that point, we were just kind of deer in headlights. I mean, it's not that we weren't reading books to learn how to take care of our kids and stuff like that, or asking questions to people we trusted, or praying to the Lord, or whatever it may be. But the first 5 years was kind of throwing mud at the wall, I feel like, a little bit. We were just...
Yeah, we were being baptized by fire.
Yes.
We did not have a grasp on what we were doing.
Nope.
But we
We
were
did have...
We were doing our best.
We were doing our best. You know, and honestly, we talk about it a lot of times, like deer in headlights. It was a lot of stress between like you and me and our marriage and our business at the time. We had just started our family. So we just we really were not where we wanted to be, where we felt confident in being parents together. But we had the biggest desire to be. It was never that we didn't want to. So I would say when the oldest were 5 and our youngest was like around, at the time, Ellie was our youngest, was around 1. We started really figuring out that we wanted to have a family unit that was biblical, that we could be proud of, and that we were honestly honoring the Lord in every aspect of it. And so we started diving in. This is when you and I started diving in individually as like parents. What's that look like to be a dad? What's that look like to be a mom? What's that look like to be parenting together, I would say. And then we started figuring out what's that look like for our family dynamic. And so I would say at this point, probably about 10 years ago, is when we kind of started studying all that kind of stuff, really diving in. And at that point, we kind of knew this was an area of our life that we really wanted to do well. Like, we did not want to lay an egg in this area. There are things in your life, and you'll explain it a little better than me, that it's like you're juggling. And some of those balls, you always say, are like rubber balls, and some of them are glass balls. And you can drop the rubber balls. Sometimes maybe that's business doesn't succeed as well as you want it to be. Or maybe you didn't take care of, you know, certain things with your health that you can fix later on. You drop that ball, but you can pick it up later and you can fix it, right? And then there's some balls which are glass balls, and you can't juggle with those and drop those, because once you drop those, they're kind of shattered. And so we just wanted to make sure that we treated our family dynamic and our family goals and our family planning for the future like it was a glass ball at all times. And that's what we did. And so that's when we dove into biblically what it looks like, and then for you and I as a couple, and then what it would look like for our family dynamic. So I think about 10 years ago, we really knew we were going to hone in on it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this question, it's twofold. One is what you just answered, which is when did we decide that this was going to be our wheelhouse in our own life? But the other is, you know, we've done a lot of business coaching now. I mean, we basically get paid to train people, leaders or high-level ambitious people, how to unlock themselves and unlock their teams and to produce high-producing cultures that align with their values, and, you know, that their teams can buy into and support. And, you know, I feel one of my giftings is strategy, right? And so I'm a very strategic thinker. So I can do those things, and we've done well in those things. But I would say, when did I know what we were supposed to be in a world of coaching others, how to have strategic family success? I would say somewhere along the way, as we were helping a lot of people in business and in finances and in those areas, and then they would be, they would be somehow introduced to our family. However that was, you know, whether it was through social media, whether it was in person, whether it was seeing all of us together somewhere, doing something together. And all of a sudden, people were kind of like, I you guys are really good at business strategy and success. And yes, I appreciate all that. But how did you get your family the way it is? Like, and I remember getting to a point where it felt like this was the only thing people were asking us. You know, it probably wasn't the only thing. But it was like, we know there's lots of financially successful people. We just don't know there's a lot of people who succeed in business that also succeed in family.
Correct.
So how have you done that? And I just remember it was like we had committed to ourselves that we're not going to have an either or life. You know, we're actually going to, it's like we're not going to choose between an extraordinary life and an extraordinary family. We're going to figure out both, you know?
That's true.
And so that's for me when it was like, oh, this is probably something we're supposed to do with our life. We're supposed to help other people be able to do the same exact thing. That's probably for me how this sphere came about, right? Okay, question number 2. winning once is one thing, but you do this consistently. What are the habits, standards, and disciplines that keep you operating at a high level in your field day in and day out? What does it actually take to stay excellent?
Intentionality. I think that is the biggest key.
So what does that mean specifically in our sphere?
So for us personally, you know, you guys have heard us on our podcast numerous times give out lots of tools that help you stay intentional about your ultimate goal. And so for us, some of the tools we like to use that help us stay intentional is having our family team meetings every week. I mean, that is a tool that we use that help us stay connected and to stay excited to be together every single week. Another tool we have is that we really take the philosophy of forgiveness serious, that forgiven and forgotten is our philosophy. Once we've kind of made a mistake, we admit to it, we now, forgive it. There might be some ramifications, there might be some things you need to do afterwards, but it's forgotten and we're moving on. We have some standards that are non-negotiable. Those are tools in our belt, and so this is how we stay accountable to what we want and also stay on track, because again, the world is so very, 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 very busy. And so we like to have structure, and within structure, you can have fun. There is a schedule that works majority of the weeks for us, that works well for us. And that's how we kind of keep our standard at a level of making sure that everybody is participating in it. And I would say one thing that we do really well is you and I are constantly communicating on how to transition in new seasons with our kids. Like, again, and for us, sometimes that's every night we have to talk about it in certain seasons. And sometimes it's every week only. We're just kind of checking in. How are we doing in this season? Things seem to be going well. Did you see something I didn't see or hear something I didn't hear? So I think that is some of the tools that we use to keep us truly succeeding in our sphere.
No, it's good. I would say the same thing. Again, we live in the world of coaching high achievers and being high achievers, and the amount of time, energy, and effort for those of you guys, whether you've ever let yourself really kind of go for it in life, the kind of time, energy, and effort investment, both financially, time-wise, emotionally, just headspace-wise, that it takes to go from being average financially to being successful financially. It is a lot. Like, there's a lot that you have to learn. There's a lot you have to constantly stay on top of. There is, you're going to invest money into personal coaching, masterminds. You're going to get yourself in atmospheres with more successful people. Like, there's a lot that you will do on a weekly, monthly, yearly basis in order to position yourself to be able to increase financially. And I just challenge people that, how much time, if you compared the two things, and if you said, okay, if my financial increase is one thing that I'm really going after, but then family success is another thing. Just grade how much time you put into both, right? And so for us, we literally systemized family development.
Yeah,
we systemized family connection. Maybe that doesn't sound super romantic, but we did. We actually have goals every single year for how our family is more connected at the end of that year.
Yeah.
We have actionable items. We have reward systems. We have consequences.
Yeah.
We are staying on track. We have milestones that we look at. You mentioned even our weekly team meetings. Well, our weekly team meetings, what they're for is it took time for us to develop a mission statement, our vision statement, our family standards like you're describing, and to actually repeat them out loud every single week. We edify towards them. We build a culture in our home that produces success. And it took a lot of work to establish it.
Yeah.
And then once you get it right, now it can start running itself just like a well-run business can.
Right. I think the biggest thing was, again, intentionality, though. We had to lead it until the culture was actually playing out for the rest of the team members, which is our family.
Yeah. So, we're out of time on this one. We'll jump into the next one here. But it is, I could talk for an hour just on... I don't even think at this point, sometimes we have to go back and we have to remember all of the little things that we have systemized in our house. The types of things that we think about and that we discuss almost daily. The the way that we pay attention to our kids' strengths and their weaknesses and
Yeah.
keep them in positions for their strengths, the way that we know each of their love languages, and we're always evaluating how's their love tanks and what can we do based
That's
on our
good.
calendar and our schedule that's coming up. I mean, there's so many little things. I mean, yesterday the kids were golfing, Drews and Bella were golfing in a tournament, and I just knew like I need to spend 5-6 holes out there watching her and just talking to her and being with her. And she's like a different girl at night because
sweet Bella, yeah.
she's a quality time girl. And so there's just little things that we figured out. And I would just say, like you said, the intentionality has to match the intentionality you have towards your business development.
Good stuff.
On to the next one. Hey everyone, thanks for listening and thanks for your love and support. We hope that today's episode added tremendous value to you and your family. It would mean so much to us if you would partner with us on our mission of helping parents around the globe raise champion children in this crazy world.
To do so, simply take a moment to like and share this podcast with everyone in your network. See you next time.